Yeah, it's all coming out. The truth shall set you free. Sophie, one half of the Blonde Bombers, Sophie the Trophy Cunningham, launched her new podcast, and boy, she exposing the WNBA. Y'all are getting exposed for the nasty work y'all was doing. We said over and over again, and people tried to act like us, Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever fans, were crazy and being soft when we said, yo, she's clearly being targeted.
Sophie Cunningham just dropped a truth bomb the size of a WNBA basketball. Turns out some players aren't just playing defense. They're plotting full-scale demolition. Jealousy? Check. Cheap shots? Check. A league-wide Mean Girls sequel? Absolutely. And then there's Caitlin Clark, the unlucky star caught in this messy high school drama masquerading as pro basketball. Buckle up, because this expose has more drama than a Kardashian group chat. Sophie spilling tea hotter than a courtside nacho tray in July.
Sophie, if they didn't like you then, they sure aren't going to like you now. Sophie Cunningham has been making waves with the new podcast that she is now featured in, courtesy of The Volume. Sophie Cunningham letting it all out and not holding back one bit. She calls out the old guard. She calls out the people out there who refuse to say Caitlin Clark is the face of the league.
If Caitlin Clark walked away from the WNBA tomorrow, half the league would be in therapy by sunrise. ESPN would have to scrap a third of its summer schedule and start airing dog show reruns just to fill the gaps. And fans like you, the ride or die, game watching, stat memorizing, team knowing faithful, would flip off the lights and exit like it's the series finale of your favorite show. There'd be a nationwide shortage of WNBA memes, mid-game hot takes, and viral Twitter rants. Chaos. Absolute hilarious chaos.
She's the most flagrantly fouled player in the league. She gets hacked and grabbed all over the floor, knocked to the floor when the ball's not even in play. The refs don't call anything. Kathy Engelberg act like she got vision like Stevie Wonder, and she don't see any of this. This is ridiculous. She's the cash cow. She's the reason that people are even watching all of this. She's the reason for all of this stuff. And she is blatantly, clearly being targeted. Clearly. And everybody act like we was making it up. Now we have Sophie Cunningham, a member of the Indiana Fever who was with the Phoenix Mercury last year, who's giving us insight to the conversations that were happening with the targeting toward Caitlin Clark. It was never about basketball, ladies and gentlemen.
And let's be real, some of these players wouldn't even blink if she left. In fact, a suspicious number might show up to her retirement press conference with balloons, party hats, and confetti cannons. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Caitlin Clark isn't just part of the league, she is the league. She's the full package. The face, the poster, the headline, and the reason those nosebleed seats aren't empty. She's the one name that can get casual fans to actually sit through a full Sky versus Fever game with genuine interest. Even when Caitlin's teammates collectively shoot like they've been cursed by a rim-dwelling goblin, she's still the reason people watch.
There's only one face of the WNBA. There's only one person that has casuals sitting down in front of a TV, glued to their sofa, watching the WNBA. Sophie Cunningham also talks about how teams target being rough with Caitlin Clark. We gotta toughen her up. We gotta rough her up a little bit. We gotta really show her what it's like over here in the WNBA. And Sophie Cunningham says there's how we treat rookies, and then we had to add a little something extra for Caitlin Clark. She also talks about defending Caitlin Clark in that viral Connecticut Sun game and what the locker room chatter was between her and Caitlin Clark.
Take her out, and it's not just Indiana that collapses. It's the entire WNBA illusion of growth. And this isn't new. It's not some shocking revelation tucked away in aisle 5 next to discounted Lynx jerseys. Fans have been screaming it into the void since college. Last year, this year, next year, it doesn't matter. The warning signs are flashing. The fandom is fragile. If Caitlin ever decides she's had enough and just says, "I'm out," we're talking a cataclysmic drop in engagement that no TikTok dance, sparkly rebrand, or celebrity endorsement could ever patch up.
How about her podcast? She's already got 122,000 views in one damn day. And that's just the YouTube side. This podcast, I believe, is on The Volume, which is Colin Cowherd's podcast network. So that's a lot of views.
Enter Sophie Cunningham. She's that chaotic neutral force in the basketball multiverse who refuses to follow the script while the rest of the league plays it cool, pretending there's no drama. Sophie's out here throwing confetti and yelling, "Y'all see this, right?" She's not just a player who shows up, she's a player who shows out. A legit baller with a jumper and a joke. Someone who can guard your best player and roast your fashion sense without breaking a sweat. Which is exactly why her Scorched Earth podcast, breaking down how players are intentionally targeting Caitlyn like she's wearing a jersey that says, "Hit me, I'm famous," was the moment we all needed. Let's be real, this isn't just rookie adjustment. Caitlyn isn't getting roughed up because she's new, she's getting bounced around like a pinball because she's Caitlin Clark. The jealousy is thicker than WNBA contract clauses. Sophie just had the guts to say it out loud, and with better comedic timing than half the stand-up scene.
And it literally like pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the league.
Who would be?
What?
Sabrina? No.
No, there's really good, well-known people in our league. I'm not discrediting them. Like, we have a lot of badasses in our league.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah to that. I'm all for that. But when people try to argue that she's not the face of our league,
Yeah.
or if our league would be where we're at without her, you're
And she wasn't wrong. Every game is basically a new episode of Who Wants to Foul Caitlyn Today. A league-wide hazing ritual disguised as tough love defense. Elbows to the ribs, mystery whistles, phantom calls. It's like the refs are playing Mario Kart and Caitlyn's the banana peel. Meanwhile, her teammates are stuck in defensive limbo, and the league keeps gaslighting everyone by pretending it's all part of the learning curve. But Sophie? She sees it. She calls it out. The league has been tiptoeing around the Caitlyn problem for too long, and Sophie came in with cleats on. Fans devoured it, a 1-hour blast of clarity, charisma, and chaos. The kind of tell-all energy the WNBA actually needs, not another beige press release or vague statement about respecting all athletes. Sophie dropped bars like she was auditioning for a rap battle. And for the first time in a while, everyone listened. Because the truth is, Caitlyn isn't just taking hits, she's taking heat. She's not being welcomed. She's being warned, you're not one of us yet.
Yeah. This Caitlin Clark friendship, like a cow. She was on somebody's podcast and said, when people try to argue she's not the face of the league, you're dumb as shit. Now, mind you, face of the league and most popular are two different things. I don't think she's the face of the league, but I think she's the most popular in some sections.
That's exactly the vibe. And it's strange because on every ad, every highlight reel, and every major network, there she is, again and again and again. It's like the league is using her face to sell the product while pretending she's not the main attraction. Like a restaurant putting a celebrity chef on the poster but making them wash dishes in the back. You can't have it both ways. WNBA, either she's the future or she's the problem. You don't get to cash in on the former while letting the latter happen. And that's what Sophie cracked wide open. That delicious paradox where the league leans on Caitlyn for ticket sales, media buzz, and cultural relevance, and yet acts like protecting her would be favoritism. Meanwhile, Sophie's over here giving the league free PR just by being herself. Funny, weird, confident, unfiltered, like if Chandler Bing had a three-point shot and a ponytail. She's the kind of player who could single-handedly turn a post-game presser into a late-night comedy sketch.